What's going on, everybody? It's Matt here again from FilterGrade, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create cool vintage edits in Adobe Premiere Pro with our 35mm film grain pack that's on FilterGrade.com. You can check that out in the link in the description. It's super awesome for creating music videos or really any nostalgic footage where you might not want to shoot it on film because of the cost and things like that. All of these 35mm film grain loops and scribble textures, things like that are included in the pack are created with real 35mm film that I went ahead and scanned on my flatbed scanner at home and then animated. So all of them are really unique, they're all authentic, and they're really good for making, those old school vintage kind of edits. So let's go ahead and jump into Premiere Pro and just get started. Alright, so to start, I just went ahead and opened up Premiere Pro, and now I'm just going to get some stock footage that I'll drag and drop in. You can obviously use whatever footage you want to. For this sake, I'm just going to show you with some stock footage to show you, anything you shoot with. If you add these 35mm film grain overlays, you'll be able to make it more of a vintage old school feel. So just go ahead and start by dragging and dropping them into your project timeline. So I've gone ahead and drag and dropped the 35mm film grain pack into Adobe Premiere Project into one of my bins, and I'm just going to go ahead and start by dragging them and dropping them on top of the footage. From there, you'll notice that it will just cover your whole entire screen, so you're going to want to play with the blending modes a little bit, and I usually like to go with overlay to start, see what it looks like, and then maybe just change it up depending on the lighting situation. For these, you can see just off the bat they're relatively slow and they're each individual textures. So I made sure to put in 100 individual textures that you can use that are 1 second intervals each, and then I've went ahead and also included the full grain loops where you can just use it all at once if you want to do that instead of individually. I find that the individual textures and overlays are better for maybe transitions or flares, things like that, whereas the grain loops are good if you want to have it over for a period of time. For this, I want to add one of the grain scribbles so that it looks kind of cool, just as like a little intro thing, almost like it would on Super 8. And let's just go ahead and look around. So now I'm going to add a bright kind of orangey effect to give it that warm tone film grain feel. And you can see this is too bright. I'll keep no, I don't like that one. But sometimes if you play with the opacity, it can kind of work out, just depending on what lighting you want and how intense you want your effect to be. This looks pretty cool. See, and one thing I like about these textures is that it just has all those imperfections and scratches, just like real film would. So yeah, and doing all of that, getting that old school film feel without having to pay for actually shooting film, it's a huge bonus. So let's add another scribble effect onto this one. I feel like that'll be cool. It's always a good way to introduce a new scene or transition into the next scene. One cool thing that I like to do as well is just overlay multiple effects on top of each other, and if you blend them all together in a certain way, they'll always look different. They'll always have a different color, a different kind of opacity to it. So I think that looks pretty cool for that last scene. Let's go ahead and look for maybe like a blue grain loop now for this watery scene. And then again, I will add, this one's cool because it's a nice blue tone for that as well with the water. Just overlay and blend them. For this, obviously it'll be a preference thing depending on how intense you want it. with the water, I kind of like the difference in colors, seeing that different like grain texture on top of it too. It really helps to make it more of a unique footage sample rather than just, you know, generic stock. So this, you can see, it's pretty dull. It's pretty gray footage, so I'm going to try and brighten it up just a little and also add a little more effects with the grain scribbles. Yeah, that looks awesome. And when they're super fast too, I think it looks even better. Sometimes when they're slowed down, it does look cool, especially when you're trying to transition into something else. But for introductions and things like that, I always love adding the faster transitions. Some of my favorite as well are these border kind of effects that show the film sprockets on the side, just because you can really, you know, convey that actual film feel to it, and people just like seeing that. And when you have the different colors kind of blended in with it, it works really well. You can convey a certain emotion depending on the color, and you don't have to really color grade per se as much. Whereas with this, you can just overlay and blend, which is super convenient, especially if you're on a time deadline. So yeah, the key thing with these is just playing around. Obviously the film grain itself will be super intense just because it's the actual film grain, and when you start to play around with it a little bit more, you'll be able to find, you know, what preference you like, how intense you like it. For me, like I said, I'm always going back to the blending tool, just trying out all the new different things, and then the opacity as well. Don't forget that once you get something blended in well, you can still turn it up and down to make it more or less intense. And so yeah, I think this looks really cool though. It's a nice grainy vintage, like warm tone in the fields, and then it transitions into this, you know, this nice boat scene that's also warm as well. It's a nice vintage scene. You get all those textures and details in the footage, and I just think that looks awesome. And for me, playing around with the grain scribbles is always a lot of fun too, just because it just makes your footage seem more unique. You know, it's not the same as anybody else's. You have that, it's almost like a timestamp with a photo. You have your own personal imprint on it, so it looks really nice. And there you can see the before, and it just looks way different. So that's pretty much it. That's how you can create some old school effects using our vintage 35mm film grain pack. The pack comes with film grain scribbles, film grain loops, and individual textures. And like I said, they're all made from real 35mm film. So make sure you use these on your music videos, your social media videos, or really anything you want where you're trying to add that old school vintage feel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate all the feedback, and if you have any questions on how to use the 35mm film grain pack, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.